All right, people. Pedro Sanchez is about to destroy Australia. How? I'll explain that to you in a minute. But do you remember this? Pedro Sanchez approves plan to give around 500,000 undocumented migrants legal status. And then they can bring in their own family members. This decision was so horrible that even the EU said, what the hell are you doing? All of these people, have a look at this. All of these people are now Spanish citizens. All of them are now going to be Spanish citizens. And by extension, they're going to be Europeans as well. And that's where Australia comes in. Remember the EU deal that our worst prime minister in Australia's history signed a few months ago? Remember this? Remember this? Australia and Europe seal sensitive trade deal. Now that happened when? Probably in April, I believe. Ursula von der Leyen was here in April, I think. Oh, March. Okay, March 24. So we're like, oh, okay, what's going to happen? Look at them. There are the faces of those horrible globalist elite. It's like it's not a conspiracy anymore, actually. Trump tweeted something. It's in the UN. They have a whole plan to redistribute population, not just wealth, redistribute population. So bring in people from overly populated areas like India, Bangladesh, Africa, and then release them in countries that are underpopulated. So why am I saying that Pedro Sanchez is going to be destroying Australia? So all these people, 500,000 people, and then they're going to bring in another, then they're going to bring in their family members, and there's going to be 2-3 million people. But it's actually worse than that. Look at this. Mario just tweeted that. I haven't been able to fact check it. I've been trying to Google it, but I'm not finding that anywhere. Let me read this. Sanchez's socialist regime just rammed through the largest migrant amnesty in European history, up to 2 million illegals by decree, because when he announced that 500,000 illegals will be legalized, guess what happened? More illegals from North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa started pouring into Europe, started pouring into Spain. Who would have thought that? So now he's going beyond that, and he's saying that he's about to legalize 2 million illegals by decree, bypassing Spanish Parliament. A Spanish residence permit equal Schengen visa for EU countries. So, you know, they're Europeans now. Multiply that with their family chain migration, 6 to 8 million people. 6 to 8 million people in Spain. Well, they're not going to stay in Spain. They're going to go to Europe. And thanks to Albo's deal with the European Union, they are going to come to Australia because, you know, when you have 6 to 8 million doctors and engineers, let me show you those doctors and engineers again to you. These unemployed doctors and engineers, they're going to find employment, guys. They're going to go somewhere. Where are they going to go? Look. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Look at these people. So they're going to come to Australia, guys. And because Albanese has said the same thing is happening here in Australia, you know, we've got a skill shortage. We need doctors and engineers. We need tradies. We need plasterers, bricklayers. And these people are going to come and do that. So according to this new deal, yes, European citizens can absolutely come to Australia and work, though they must hold a valid visa that grants work rights. But according to the new upcoming option, the Australia EU FTA mobility scheme, expected 2026-2027, and we have to defeat this, guys. Albanese is going to be here till 2027, so I think it's going to go ahead. Following the conclusion of the free trade agreement on March 24, 2026, a new reciprocal professional mobility scheme has been established. What it offers: eligible European professionals, and I showed you those doctors and engineers. These are the eligible Europeans. These guys are coming to your suburbs in Melbourne and Sydney. Melbourne used to be one of the most livable cities in the world, and it is already destroyed thanks to people from certain parts of the world. I have to be careful. You get the point. let's just say they're not Europeans who are destroying Australia, okay? You'll be able to enter Australia and look for employment without needing a pre-arranged job or immediate employer sponsorship. Get up and come. But these people are coming to Australia. And look, they're laying the groundwork, guys. Look at this. You don't need to assimilate. Listen to our Home Affairs Minister, Tony Burke.
Concept of immigration is people, when they come to Australia, want to be part of Australia. That's what people want. And I've never accepted the word assimilation. I don't want people to lose who they are. The word integration is one that's being used as part of a multicultural dialogue for a very long time. And that's what it is. Like, we want people for who they are. I've never subscribed to that sort of melting pot concept that your whole identity is meant to be dissolved.
We want people for who they are. Okay? This is who they are. If you're this is happening on a large scale. Let me show you a tire engineer. He's trying to fix this tire. Oh! And it flew off. These kind of engineers and doctors are going to be flooding our shores. And it's not just Tony Burke. Look at this pathetic statement by our pathetic Prime Minister. The worst in Australian history. The worst. Listen to him. Listen to their virtue signaling.
The distinction between Australians and migrants is, because I've never seen that used before in a country like ours. In a country like ours. You know, we have people who are in senior positions in our government, in business, you know, some of the giants of business in this country came here as refugees and as migrants. Are they separate from Australians?
Yeah, these people, look at this. Look at him, showing his stabbing skills. Showing his heart surgery skills. He can cut open any patient, any minute. These are the people, guys. These are the people they're going to be flooding our countries with. Europe is already gone. As I said, Pedro Sanchez has already destroyed Spain. Well, actually, even before that, Angela Merkel had destroyed Europe. But we didn't have to go down that route. But the people of Australia elected this lefty clown twice. Twice, people of Australia. You did this. Are you having fun? All of those people who voted him in? There's only one solution to this. We have to elect a hard-right political party. I'm okay with a far-right political party at the moment. Far-right. Well, they already call Pauline Hanson's One Nation far-right. Absolutely, brutally, ruthlessly far-right. And by far-right, I mean you put Australian values, the Australian way of life, at the very top. No compromises, no apologies, no looking here and there, no squirming. Oh, no, we mean this. Oh, yeah. No, I don't care. Don't think, if you live in a posh suburb in Sydney or Melbourne, don't think that these surgeons, these doctors and engineers who are going to be flooding our shores, they're not going to impact you. Melbourne is already going through this crime wave where people, Sudanese gangs, what they like to call youth gangs. They're Sudanese and mostly Somalis and Sudanese. African gangs, sorry. They live in southeastern suburbs. Narre Warren, there was another one just yesterday. Brutal. It's happening all over the place. Yeah, don't think you're safe. When these doctors and engineers come, they're going to have to perform surgeries. Okay? Let me show you some more. Look at this. Look at the skills. There was another one. Let me show you another one. My goodness. Look at this doctor. Oh,
Oh, why? Bobby!
They're coming, guys. They're all coming. This is the globalist agenda. And there's nothing you can do anything about it. I can't show you the videos. I have literally hundreds of videos in this folder where these aggressive migrant men, when they're not fighting with each other, they're beating up the natives, native Brits, native Germans. There was just another video that was going viral just yesterday. A German man, I think he'd be in his 20s or something, absolutely beaten, nearly beaten to his death. What's going to happen here, guys? Well, it's already happening. You've seen the African gangs. Look at this. Women. Sexual violence against Australian women is going to go through the roof. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy. She's sitting in a cab. This woman just woke up, found this guy looking through her soul, through her door, through her front door. This woman was just going for a drive, and this guy just jumped on. Look at this European guy, this Frenchman. This is a German man. This is a British man. It's gonna happen here, guys. Actually, it's already started happening. Let me show you something happened in Australia recently. So 4 Melbourne men accused of accessing and distributing ISIS propaganda, including videos of terror attacks, have been charged by federal authorities after raids in Roxburgh Park, Clyde South, and Meadow Heights. And they're going to gaslight you guys. In the process, they're going to gaslight you. Look at this. While they enrich you, look at this smug Tony Burke. The constituency he's bragging about has produced more ISIS terrorists than doctors and engineers.
In my electorate, the streets come alive, particularly in Lakemba after dusk, when these evening prayers are completed. Families and communities gather in Howden Street, Lakemba, and people come from all around Sydney.
Look at that smug face. Does this idiot know that what he's boasting about is not worth boasting about?
Late at night and at any time of night to see.
No, we don't want this. Got to take back Lakemba. Lakemba has fallen. Got to take it back. Pedro Sanchez's decisions, even though it looks like it's happening a world away, it ain't. It's going to affect us because Anthony Albanese is going to get that EU deal passed through Parliament. And then those millions, not a few 100,000, those millions of doctors and engineers are going to be coming to Australia and serving the Australian community.